Hi, I'm going to show you how I apply my Color Street nail polish sets. So I'm going to start here. This is the set I'm going to use. It's called Home Run. And I apply with my pinkies first, and I use those thumbnails as my worker nails. So first I'm going to figure out what set or strip works best for my nails, since there are several different choices. I'm going to line it up, and that one's not quite right, so I'm going to figure out a different one. Okay, I'm going to take the clear coat off. And then I'm going to take this next portion that has a silver strip. This is the sticky part. I grab it in the middle so I have best control when I'm trying to place it. So here you go. I'm aligning it up to my cuticle but not over it. And then I'm going to go ahead and see how I'm smoothing it out towards the edge. And I'm going to use my other nail to perforate just under where, see if you can see what I'm doing right there? I'm applying pressure underneath my nail. So I'm pulling the strip down to give full coverage of my nail. And then I'm going to gently apply pressure right there after I pulled it taut underneath my nail. So it just kind of perforates it right there on the edge. And that is the best method for me. I don't typically use a file when I'm doing this, although some people do, but my thumbnail works just great. So I'm going to smooth it all out and make sure there aren't any wrinkles now that I've done that. Okay. I forgot to show you guys that there's a file that comes with it. So what you see there is that you get 16 different strips. There are 8 different sizes, and they come with a nail polish or nail file, and then those nail polish prep pads. Okay, so here I'm doing this pinky nail again. Notice there that it comes over my skin. I don't want that. So I'm going to show you how to fix that. So first I'm going to go ahead and perforate it like I did the other one. But now I want to get that. See right there on the edge where it's over my skin? I don't want that there. So I can easily remove that with my other nail, or if you have like an orange wood stick, one of those little cuticle sticks, that works too. So you're just looking for something. I'm applying pressure where the nail meets the skin, just gently applying pressure, and you'll see that it just cuts off that extra piece of the strip there. You'll see it on my other, how it'll come off on my thumb in a second. So see how that works? That's just that little bit of extra, and now it's gone. And so it's a nice smooth where it lines up to the edge. I'm going to do it on the other side too because it went over. So that's where, like, if a strip is too big for you, you can still make it work for any nail bed size. Okay, let's see what strip I'm going to use next. I'll go with the polka dots. Oh, silly me. This is where I forgot to do the nail polish prep pad. Don't forget that. That's a very important step, especially if you have oily nail beds. It just removes any excess dirt or oils from your nails so that you get the best application. I was a goose and I forgot to apply it first or use it first. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going with my application here. Again, if you notice here, I'm repositioning the nail polish strip, because if I don't get it right the first time, I can just pick it back up and make sure that I align it correctly. Sometimes I have it like off center, or I get it over my cuticle, and I don't want any of that. So I just go ahead and I adjust it, and then it's easy to reposition. That's why I say it's best to maintain control at the center of the strip so you have the best control of it when you're placing it. All right, so something else that I want to show here. See, that doesn't get full coverage? Yeah, I don't want that. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to this, so I will reposition until I get right. And actually, I don't think it fit that nail, so what I'm going to do is I take that same strip, and now I'm applying it to my pointer finger instead, because the strip gives better coverage there. And I'll go back and do the other one. Uh-oh, I see that ripple? Don't want that either. So again, I'm going to take it off. I'm going to reposition, and then I'm going to smooth it out, because there's no need to have those ripples when you can reposition. And then I smooth really well. And then you'll see my technique is I pull down and towards the center of my nail on the edges, because that prevents any kind of rippling. Notice how I just did it there? I pulled at the edge, I pulled it in towards the center, down and in. So I'm almost like pushing it towards the center, and then I take my thumbnail to perforate it. That to me works best to prevent any ripples. And then I still smooth out on the edges to prevent any of that from happening. See what I'm doing there? So I'm going all the way down, and I'm going to push it towards the center, and I'm going to take that thumbnail and just cut it right there. Cut it, perforate it, whatever you want to call it. And then that piece will just pull off. And voila! You have that nail polish strip right on there. So that's how it's looking right now. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to go ahead and do the other sets. This particular or other strips. This particular set is called Home Run, and I love it, but unfortunately it's being discontinued along with some of our other sport themed sets. So if this is a set that's something of interest to you, if you're a baseball fan, if you've got kids that play baseball, if you play in like a softball league, you definitely want this set. So get it before it is gone. I am wearing it because I am cheering on my favorite baseball team, which is the Boston Red Sox. So if you're a Red Sox fan, give me a little thumbs up. Okay, see if you notice what I'm doing here. I'm still same technique. I go all the way up to my cuticle, but I don't go over it, because if you do that, then it won't adhere correctly, and sometimes it can cause lifting later after you've applied the set. So each nail I'm doing the same technique where I'm pulling, making sure it's nice and taut, and then I'm going to pull down and towards the center as I perforate it with my other nail. As I mentioned before, some people use the file to do that. I'm going to show you in a second how I would do that. It's just not my preferred method for application, because I find using my nail works just as well, and I don't waste any of the extra strips. So a fun thing you can do with a set like this is you can match it with, if you have a favorite sports team, you can match it with other colors so that you kind of have like a theme going. So I thought about using a blue, because I told you my team is Boston Red Sox. I thought about doing Jula Mumbai, but instead I'm just going to go ahead and apply it this way. All right, see what I'm doing here? Again, going down on the sides. If you just pulled straight down, you're going to find that you're going to get that ripple. So that's why I always say pull towards the center when you're at the edges. Okay, time for those thumbs. Last thing you do is your thumbs, because those are your worker nails, and you don't want to have them, you don't have the strips on them and then still be trying to dig around with your other nails. So here you go. I found this strip that works. Sometimes I use the biggest strip. Sometimes I use that second biggest. Whichever one I don't use typically works on my toenail. So again, you see all those extra strips I have? Those will go towards my thumbnail. All right, this strip I know is going to be too small for that thumb. But I want to show you what I would do, because I'm being super thrifty here. See how it doesn't give full, I don't know if you can tell, but it doesn't give full coverage over my thumbnail, just because my thumbnail was longer than that strip. So I'm going to take the file, and I'm going to file where that excess nail is that's not covered by the strip. So this is essentially what you would be doing. I'm just kind of doing this so I can show you what you'd be doing if you weren't using your thumbnail. It's important that if you're going to use your file to remove excess strip, that you fill down. You don't want to do what I just showed you, which is on top. You want to make sure you're going down and basically back towards the center, back towards your hand or nail, so that you're giving it that angle. If you just file straight down, straight across in like a sawing motion, or if you're doing on top of your nail, you're going to destroy the edge of that strip on your nail, and you don't want to do that, right? We want pretty manicures. So I'm just going to kind of make that work for me, and there you go. That is the Home Run set. I'm going to kind of fix some of the little like imperfections that I can easily smooth out, but that's what you have, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Anita Mani. And if you have any more questions, join my VIP Facebook group called Anita Mani VIP group on Facebook. Thanks.